Hello and welcome back to another episode of POMODEV. So, last time we did obstacle generation. We found out how to make the obstacle loop around the view. And now we will see how we can not only add the second half of the obstacle, but also adding the collision. So, let's start. And let's proceed with what we left last time. So we have done the bottom side, but the real obstacle should be moving, should be two parts. And these two parts should compose of a different height. So I will first do collision check. So I need to check whenever the collision has the player inside. So I will tell here child enter tree, child exiting tree. Ready. No, this is node. No, I want the collision. Visibility. I mean, how do I... Oh, it was an area 2D. Okay. Body entered. So we have area entered. Emitted when the received area enters the area. When the received area enters this area. Requires monitoring to be set to true. No. Body entered. Emitted when the received body enters. Okay. I need this. And I need to connect to the player. So when this is checked, I will have to let's say print reset start collision detected. Let's try like this. Okay, now if I go inside, yeah, if I go inside, it detects the collision with the object. Kinda slow. I mean, I don't know if it is if it does detect it late. Maybe because I'm not in physics process. But anyway, it works, so I can't complain. Okay, so this things works. I need to make this obstacle a little bit different. So let's just call it obstacle. Now I want to add in. Can I clone it? I will just copy it then. So I have now two halves of this. Let's make it these 64 or minus 128, and this one should be 128. Okay, but this is too much, So let's just make it minus 96 and 96. So let's just remove for 1 second the collision, and okay, I think something like this is good, because now I can just move this position, it will be automatically okay, it will be automatically changing, but I need to clone this collision shape. And I will need to connect many signals to this. Can't I? If I add the collection, like if I add the node here, a simple node 2D, and I put the collection shape here, now this node has no shape, and I cannot access. No, never mind. I had an idea in mind, but it doesn't work like that. Because, yeah, I basically need to add 2 shapes for the collision. So let me put this one here, and then let's clone it, and let's take this one here and put it here like this. So this sprite is the one on the top, and this collision shape it is one on the bottom. I need to invert them. Okay, so obstacle top sprite, bottom sprite, bottom obstacle, top obstacle sprite, and top obstacle collision shape, and this should be the bottom. Let's just call it obstacle top, like that. Bottom sprite. Okay, so now our obstacle will need to change its script, and its position right now is 64. So I need to make it start from 48. I mean, if it is an aperture of 4, I mean, let me think. 48. Maybe something like this. Let's see if it works. I mean, the concept is here. Maybe it doesn't spawn that much. I mean, it gets lower, for sure. How much is the gap now? It is not 48, the gap. I'm pretty sure it's now 64. Yeah. So I will need to do, starting from 30, not 32, but like 48. I mean, let's just make it challenging from the start. So let's give these an offset of -70. Might be too much. It's -80. And these should be 80. These as well should be 80. And these should be -80. Now it can go like this. So starting from, this is 64. This is around 32. So it should be random like this, basically. Let's see. It's already much better. Yeah, that was a collision. That was another collision. But the concept is here. I mean, it doesn't seem to go very much lower. Let me just do a test. So what if I take the max number? That it should be 96. It goes lower like that. And if I take 32, okay, it just go higher like that. So let's make these its own function. So let's call function get random position, and it will return randy module 64 plus 32. And let's just, or I could just call it randomize position and make it that position y equals randy module 64 time plus 32. And when it's ready, I will just do randomize position. And again, what is it? Oh, this is a function, of course it is a function. And let's just randomize the position. Okay. Let's call a function spawn obstacle that just does this. And let's just do spawn obst instead. Like that. Okay. So it should now should work like this. And I can just like if it is like here, Now, if I want to make a second obstacle, I can now make them spawn at like a timer. So let's make this its own scene. Save branch as scene. And now we'll make it like an obstacle scene. Save. Okay, now it is its own scene. Like this. And now I can just tell here on the main. I will add a timer. Let's make a new timer. This timer will auto start every one. Let's try 1 second. And it is not one shot. And let's call it obstacle timer. And when the timer goes to timeout, we will connect it to the main. And we want to spawn a new node. How do we do that? Let's just... So this will change the dynamics a little bit, because I will spawn an obstacle that it will get deleted after when it leaves the screen. So I will not, when I spawn the obstacle, I will need to randomize the position, but I will not need to, I will just place it like this and randomize the position. Okay. And then I will need to delete itself. So how to delete node? Delete node. How to build node, control node, node overview, node setup. What if I search only for delete? Creating nodes. Okay, so creating nodes, let's start by this. To create a node from code, call its new method like for any other class. So create a new sprite 2D. Oh, but I need to create a new character. I mean, I need to create a new add child. Scenes are templates from which you can create. Okay, so I mean, nodes and scenes, getting nodes. Yeah, this gets a reference. Get node, get node, get node. Creating nodes. To create a node from code, call its new method like for any other class-based app. You can store the newly created node reference in a variable and call add child to add each child of the node to which you attach the script. To delete a node, and free it from memory, you can call its queueFree method. Okay. So if I do like this, queueFree, it should delete itself. I hope. And that's okay for for our node. Now here I want loading the scene from the local drive. Okay, so I will need first to load my obstacle. So let's call here for obstacle load, and I will load this. What if I like reload? And then on obstacle timeout, I want to add child obstacle instantiate. Instantiate. Okay. Let's see if it works. Wow. It seems to work just fine. I mean, it doesn't... I think I removed the collision check. But just in case, let me just remake that very quickly. Oh yeah, I mean... I need to manage... Maybe it's the player that should check if it entered an area. Let's see. Collision object. Mouse input doesn't have anything, of course. Because this obstacle here... I mean, how do I... Let's see, maybe only the bottom works. Not the bottom, neither the top works. So... Oh, because it changed for... I think it because it changed. So if I go to obstacle and get these again, I connect it to... Huh. I connect it to nothing. Alright. Other challenge. How do I get these to collide? Because I have these, and basically this is an area 2D. So I could do some custom. I could do some custom things. So signal layer is dead. But I cannot still connect. But I can... No, I can't. At least I was thinking about connecting it via code, but I need the reference of the object. What I can do instead... If a body has entered and it has a parameter, on body entered, and I have the body, I mean, the only body that I can enter is the character, so... If a body is entered, I can signal that the player is dead. And I can get the reference of... Man, this is getting complicated. And of course, time's up. Alright, so... I cannot signal from scenes to other scenes. So... I need to find a way to tell... Because I'm instantiating them directly from main. I mean, I have an obstacle here, but actually I shouldn't have. I could delete this. And now... Yeah, this instantiates as I thought. But... this really isn't helping because I need to find a way to signal that the player has entered the collision. But I think I will have to do it completely via code at this point. Because I cannot do it with the editor. Because it doesn't have the reference. Alright, so... I mean, it's still progress. But... I think I'm complicating things as much as I don't want to, but you know, I think I can find a way to make it work. I just need more time to check what are the functionalities of Godot and what I can do with all the methods that I have at my disposal. Anyway, as little as it is, still some progress has been made, so I'm just glad for that. Anyway, thank you so much for whoever is watching this series of videos. As always, leave a comment for any suggestions that you have and that you want to give. And we will see you next video. Take care.